Hey, what's up guys? Broken Hipster here. I'm doing a video, an install video for Cushcore tire inserts. And not for them, but for myself. I've decided to install them on an old set of Cannondale rims from back in the early 2000s. And I'm hoping to just prevent flats, make it a bomb-proof setup. So anyways, I've got the tires kind of broken down off the rim. I am checking for defects, and then I'm going to put the Gorilla Tape, which is just a plain white Gorilla Tape from the dollar store, is going to be my rim tape for this install. And so it's basically like any other rim tape install. You trim the tape to fit in between the sides of the rim, and you just tape it on. It's nothing too simple. I have about a 4-inch overlap from the where the valve goes through, and I'll show you here in a little bit what I had to do with that. So when I added the tubeless setup, I had to get a new valve anyway. So one of the nice things with the Cushcore kit, if you buy the whole kit, the 2 inserts and it comes with the valves as well. So that's the route I went. I needed to get those valves anyway. So right here I am just kind of finishing up the taping of it. It's nothing too fancy. If you've ever changed out a tire from back in the day, it's always a good idea to check your rim tape and then replace it if you need to. So I'm just going here, smoothing everything out as best I can, and then I'm trying to locate where the valve comes through. So you can see it's just a basic rim brake rim, nothing fancy, quick release. It's really old school, but this is going to be a gravel specific bike, converting an old cyclocross bike to a gravel bike. So it's been a bomb-proof bike up until this point, very rugged. So I feel like this is a decent move to go with. And so when I installed the valve for the Cushcores, they come with a specific valve, and you have to go tubeless. So that's the upgrade that I'm doing with this as well. But with the tubeless valve, they always have a hole in the end for the air to come out, and that's how it installs. And if you look at this one, I'm just puncturing the tape with the end of the valve, just pushing it through, and that way there's no cut in the rim tape. It just punctures the hole the size it needs to be and push on through. So as far as the valve goes, most tubeless valves, they have the stem, and then at the opposite end where you put the air in, the part that's inside the rim, on the end of it there's a hole, and that's how the air moves through the valve. But on the Cushcore, when you put that insert down there, it blocks that hole. So on the Cushcore valves, they have that, but they also have a 90-degree. They have 2 holes 90-degree from that. And so as the air comes up the valve, when it hits that Cushcore, instead of getting stopped, it pushes out the sides. And you can see from this shot the hole directly in the center. And so I just pulled out the valve core there, and the next step is putting on the Cushcore insert. And there was a lot of lot of mumbo jumbo about this on the internet. You got to use a handle, rubber mallet, blah blah blah. And honestly, I mean, you look, I'm 3/4 of the way done with it right there. I haven't stretched this at all. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to push it down in the tire or in the trash can just a little bit and push that bead right on. And as you can see, it's already a done deal at this point. And there it is. Simple as that. I think watching all the videos and all of the, it's so difficult, it's going to be, an issue. And it wasn't. It was one of the easiest things I've done. It's no harder than trying to seat a brand new road bike tire, one of those 25, 23C that are, really kind of tiny.
So that is the Cushcore.
So didn't have any problem with this. The tire that we're going with is a WTB Riddler, and it is a 700 by 45C. And I went with the little bit wider just because I'm 6'2", 230 pounds, so I need a little extra contact on the ground. I'm not as concerned about weight, because a pound to me, I might skip lunch, and there's a pound of weight saving. So that's not as critical for me as it is having enough equipment to support me. So that's why I went with the much wider, bigger tire. All right, so the technique for sealing or for getting the tire on the bead on the rim, so to speak, and to get that tire set is you're going to grab the tire and roll the tire down towards the spokes, and then you're going to sort of pinch up on the insert and sort of almost like you're pulling a flap back, and then you seat the bead down under it, and then when you release it, that Cushcore rests down on the bead and holds it in there for you. So if you'll, I don't know how well you can see on this video, but that's basically, I'm just going around the rim and doing that. I'm doing it on the closest to me first, and then I'll flip it over and do it that way. And one of the issues is when it gets really tight, you'll come through with the Pedro's, the little yellow tire tool, and I like them because they're a little bit wider, about 3/4 of an inch wide, and so you come in there and you push the bead down opposite where it's tight, and you'll look right here, I'm just seating that bead further into the rim, and what that does is that gives me just a little bit of wiggle room where I can push that bead right over. And you can see I'm not using any special tools. I didn't put any soapy water on anything. That's a tire directly out of the packaging, and I just clipped the zip tie and unfolded it, and now it's going on.
Here we go.
And so there's the Pedro's tool. And I got a little kit, one of those home mechanics kits back in the day. My wife bought it for me, and absolutely love it. It's not a Park kit. Park is very good. They've always got good quality stuff, but it's pricey. Now I have Park stands and things that I use, but that Pedro's kit has been a lifesaver, and it's good if you want to. If you just want one to stick in the back of the truck or the car when you're going out, and it just allows you the basic tools to keep your bikes maintained. Okay, so I'm seating that bead up in there again on this, and we're real close to being done here. And there goes the last of the bead popped on, and that's it. It's a done deal. The only thing left to do is to blow a bunch of air in there with the air compressor to kind of seat everything, and then we'll fill it with our tubeless sealant, pump it up to the desired pressure, and then let it sit for about a half an hour. Make sure all of the sealant gets moved around in there, and that's it. It's a done deal. So that was the install of the Cushcore new tire, rim tape, and it took about 10 minutes, 10 and a half minutes. So if you're looking to do that, I recommend it. I've heard nothing but good things about these inserts. I'll do a video here pretty soon with just a review of it, and then I'll do a video about kind of the whole reason behind switching over and what my end goal is with the gravel bike. And this has been Broken Hipster. Thank you guys for watching. If you've made it this far, I appreciate it. We're gonna continue to make videos as I go along, and this is going to be a series, kind of a zero to hero series for me. I am going to be doing a longer gravel race this summer, and so tune in to find out a little bit more about that. Y'all have a good one. Peace.
That is the Cushcore install.
Just add tire sealant and pump it up and let it sit for about a half an hour. Make sure everything works through the way it should, and that's it. So that is the Cushcore Gravel install.